Let's talk about the Olympics. It's this massive global spectacle, right? But what if the way we've been doing it for decades is, well, fundamentally broken? Today, we're going to dive into the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Games, an event that wasn't just chasing medals, it was trying to find a whole new way to think about the games themselves. You know the story. For years, it felt like the Olympics was all about skyrocketing costs, massive stadiums left to rot, and a giant environmental footprint. For a lot of cities, the dream of hosting turned into a total nightmare. It got to a point where people were seriously asking, is the Olympic flame about to burn out? Well, the answer to that question might just be wrapped up in this one number, 85%. That's the key right there. It's the percentage of venues at Milano Cortina 2026 that were either already existing or just temporary. And that's not just some random statistic. It's a sign of a massive and, frankly, desperately needed change in thinking. So, how in the world did they pull this off? It all started with this really simple but kind of revolutionary idea. Instead of forcing a whole region to bend and break itself to fit the Olympics, why not just fit the Olympics to the region? And that led to this amazing experiment in regional hosting that could honestly change the games forever. And this slide right here perfectly sums up the huge shift we're talking about. You've got the old way on one side, one city, building a ton of new stuff, leaving this giant carbon footprint. And then you've got the Milano Cortina model, using a whole network of fantastic venues that are already there, spread across a region, all working together to create a smarter, more responsible games. And this wasn't just some big pie-in-the-sky idea. It was built on real, practical choices. I mean, think about it. Instead of building new stuff, they reused 24,000 pieces of furniture from the Paris 2024 Games. They powered venues with renewables. They used Italy's incredible ski slopes that were already there. Every single decision was a deliberate step towards leaving a much lighter footprint. But the innovation didn't just stop at the physical stuff. Oh no. Milano Cortina also went all in on some seriously cutting-edge tech to create what's now being called the first intelligent Olympics. And this is where the experience for all of us watching from home was completely changed. Okay, this is where things get really, really cool. Tech like space-time slices gave us entirely new ways to analyze what was happening. Imagine seeing every single part of a snowboarder's spin or a figure skater's jump, all in one smooth composite image. It gives you this incredible insight into their technique that was just impossible before. And like Alibaba's chairman said, this was about way more than just flashy replays. It was a leap from just being a cloud Olympics to an intelligent Olympics. They were using that tech to make the whole experience richer and deeper for fans all over the world. But here's the absolute game changer, the speed. This super complex process, capturing footage, having an AI isolate the athlete, and creating a stunning 3D replay, it all happened in under 20 seconds. That's fast enough to make this incredible analysis part of the live show, not just something you see later. It made the storytelling so much better, right as it was happening. But look, a smart, sustainable, tech-savvy Olympics is only half the story, right? The real heart and soul of the games will always be the athletes. And man, in Milano Cortina, they gave us some of the most stunning and emotional moments we've ever seen. 6. Just look at that number. That's how many gold medals one man won. Norway's cross-country skiing machine, Johannes Husfat Klæbo. He entered 6 events, and he won every single one. Just a totally perfect, unbelievable performance. And Klæbo's historic run was part of this huge wave of Norwegian dominance. They took home 18 gold medals, shattering the record for the most golds ever won by one country at a Winter Olympics. They weren't just a team, they were a total force of nature. But maybe, just maybe, the most incredible moment came from a country you don't normally associate with snow and ice. This number, it represents the first ever Winter Olympic medal for the nation of Brazil. And it was gold. Lucas Pinheiro Brathen, skiing with so much heart and incredible skill, delivered a win that just sent shock waves through the sporting world. It was one of those perfect Olympic moments that will define a country's history and inspire millions of people. And it wasn't just the established superstars who were shining. A whole new generation of athletes just burst onto the scene. You have American skier Breezy Johnson, whose emotional comeback from terrible injuries to win gold was just unbelievable. These are the human stories that make the Olympics so special. The Games also rolled out the welcome map for a brand new sport, the absolutely brutal event of ski mountaineering. Seriously, this thing is a crazy test of endurance, and Switzerland's Marianne Fatten gets to go down in history as its first ever Olympic gold medalist. So, when you put it all together, why does all of this matter so much? Well, because the organizers were dead set on proving that an Olympics could actually give back more than it takes, creating a legacy that would help the region long after the athletes packed up and went home. And they got a huge stamp of approval, even from the IOC's top brass. Prince Albert II didn't just say it was a good idea for these games. He called it the template, the right path for all future games. That's a huge deal. And this wasn't just talk. These are the concrete results. The Olympic Village in Milan wasn't built to be abandoned. It was designed from day one to become student and affordable housing. Historic venues weren't just used, they were upgraded for a whole new generation. This is what sustainability really looks like in action. So, what's the big takeaway here? When you connect all the dots, the regional hosting, the AI-powered broadcasts, the sustainable legacy, a really clear and powerful picture starts to form. Milano Cortina 2026 wasn't just a great Olympics, it was a blueprint. The bottom line is this: the whole experiment was a massive success. Milano Cortina proved that you can host a world-class, totally thrilling Olympic Games without breaking the bank or breaking the planet. It's a true game changer, a real-world model that can be copied and adapted for the future. And that leaves us with the final and most important question. Italy gave the world a blueprint for a smarter, more responsible Olympics. But will future hosts, starting with the French Ops in 2030, have the courage and the commitment to actually build on this foundation? The plan is right here. Now we just have to see who's ready to follow it.